Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Big Shill Pro, where I'll be your host today, Steven. Mike's not here again. We did a little flippy floppy. He'll be here Thursday, and we're gonna do a regular length video, extended size. Just want to start by saying, if this is your first time on the channel, hit subscribe, give us a thumbs up, hit the notification bell, leave us a comment. We appreciate comments. Can't say it enough. Today, we're going to be covering a couple things, not much. We're going to be talking about WWE 2k22. Got pushed back a little bit. Tell you why. CM Punk returned. I just had to find a reason to say that today. CM Punk returned. CM Punk returned. The whole reason I wanted to talk about wrestling was to just say CM Punk returned. I'm a nerd. I love it. I was excited. I popped. We're also going to be talking about Gamescom. Just a little bit. Talk about a few things that probably going to see. Stuff I want to see. My unreal expectations. And that's it. So first, WWE 2k22 got pushed back. It's probably a good thing. When WWE 2k20 came out, it is a disaster. It's one of the grossest looking games ever. I'm gonna put screenshots of what it looked like, and it was bad. It was really bad. It's one of the few games that have come out that is just, it's really unplayable. Now, whether you like wrestling or not, wrestling games always tend to be fun. Get to bash people over the head with steel chairs, get to put them through tables, get to throw people off cells. That's fun. If you don't like that, well, you're not American in my opinion. But WWE 2k22, they kind of put a trailer out for it, but they've said they've had a lot of difficulties because WWE keeps firing and letting go their entire roster. Since the beginning of the pandemic, they've let go like 55 people. So it's really hard to build a game when you're creating these characters. You're spending all this time on their likenesses, move sets, entrances, and then you get a notification that you gotta get rid of that guy, he's out of the game. So they've been having a lot of difficulties. Apparently it's causing a big strain on the company. Both companies, they're having a real difficult time with one another, and it's kind of make or break for them. CM Punk returned. I just want to say it one more time. So that game, who knows when it's going to come out, but we'll see. Also, AEW is working on a game. They're working with Ukes, the guys who used to make WWE games, and it looks pretty good. It's kind of reminiscent of like WWE No Mercy, WWE versus NWO Revenge. Those games are like classically considered the best wrestling games. They're just fun, a little over the top, but hopefully when that game finally comes out, it'll be really awesome. Next, gonna talk about Gamescom. Opening night is Wednesday, and it's gonna go on for I think 4 or 5 days. It's all digital, so unlike E3 in the past, where they used to have a large event where they invited people, they're kind of straying away from that. E3 did that this year too, where it was all digital. Gamescom is put on by Jeff Keighley. You've heard me talk about him a lot. Some things you're definitely gonna see there. Bethesda's there, Ubisoft, a lot of the major video game companies are gonna be there. The only people that are guaranteed not to be there is Sony and Nintendo. So you're not gonna get any Metroid updates, you're not gonna get any of that. And Sony, you'll see, I think Deathloop might make an appearance because it is also a PC game, but nothing Sony official will be there. But you're almost guaranteed to get Halo. You're gonna get Halo Infinite. You might get a Call of Duty, Far Cry, new Assassin's Creed, but things like that you're definitely probably gonna see. Things that I'm excited to see is apparently they're gonna be doing a preview for the new Turtles game, which it's inspired by Turtles in Time and Turtles Hyperstone Heist on the Sega Genesis. It was a side-scrolling beat-em-up game. It's very cartoony looking. And on top of that, Mike Patton is doing the theme song, which, that's awesome. supposed to be getting a new Saints Row game. They've been teasing images of it. They've been, if you go to their website, it says reboot. So, the last Saints Row game I think we got was like a DLC in 2015. They did port some Saints Rows to the Nintendo Switch, but be cool to see what they're gonna do because that franchise kind of ran its course. There wasn't really much left for them to do. Also, now to the rumor mill, Resident Evil posted a weird tweet. It just said the number 4, itchy, tasty. And that's in reference to one of the journal entries in Resident Evil 1. But people are starting to wonder if it is going to be a teaser for the Resident Evil 4 remake that they were talking about doing. They said they're going to do it. The only issue with that is while they were working on it during COVID, apparently they had a lot of remote working issues. So they said they had to scrap most of the project. So maybe we might get a tease, or maybe they're just messing with you. Things that I hope to have. Maybe there'll be a Silent Hill announcement. Apparently Bloober Team's been working with Konami for a while, and Konami said they're gonna be there. So maybe this is where we finally get our Silent Hill announcement. Probably not, but I'm excited. Maybe we'll get it, maybe we won't. Also, it wouldn't be a Big Shill Pro video with just me in it if I didn't find a way to mention Abandon. Is this gonna be where we get some sort of announcement, a sort of update? It's been looking kind of rough the past week. Hassan Kashaman's been doing interviews where now he's saying Abandon isn't even a horror game. It's just an adventure survival game. Like, he's starting to backtrack on a lot of things. People have confronted him on his past Kickstarter. I think the game's called A Haunting. He said he's just going to give it to people for free now. He's been doing a lot of weird interviews where it's just not making sense. A lot of people are thinking this is just pointing to the fact that it's all just made up and he's a scammer. People don't like the term scammer because they think that implies he's doing it for money, but a scammer can be anything. He might not just be doing it for money, it might be a marketing ploy. But maybe we will get more about Abandoned. Maybe it's part of the grand design. Maybe we'll find out it was something else the entire time. Can't think of anything else off the top of my head that I'm really looking forward to. It would be great if we got that Resident Evil 4 teaser. Be incredible if we got Silent Hill news. I'm dying for Silent Hill news. Be great if we got more answers to this Abandoned saga. I need them. I want them. I got to have them. But my patience is beginning to get tested with the entire thing, so who knows. I'm sure it's gonna be cool. We'll talk about it more next week after the entire thing happens. So that's all I gotta say about Gamescom. Again, thanks for tuning in. This is your first time on the channel. If you could leave us a subscribe, hit the notification bell, give us a like, leave us a comment. And I also want to thank our sponsor, the Nerdporium. He's been there when we needed him. He's running this entire project. We wouldn't be anywhere without the Nerdporium. Thanks, Jake. I was your host today. Returning AEW wrestler CM Punk. Thanks for checking us out. Be back Monday. Nope. We'll be back Thursday with Mike. Thank you. Have a good night. Love ya.